Motherfucker.
Hold up, I hope y'all watching this shit.
First round, real quick.
That are in those training rooms.
Because we just knocked these out real quick.
Yeah, but now we're gonna get a good. I might fuck with this guy. To me, I thought he was a con artist, just based off his looks. Holy shit! What the hell just happened?
What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome to GSR Gonzo'S Sports Room, Friday, December 31st, 2021. Last day of 2021. Hard to believe this year's already less than 12 hours from being over. But tomorrow we kick off the new year. If you're traveling tonight, going out, have fun, but be safe. Want everybody to get home safe tonight. Don't want to have to read about anybody in the morning. Got a pretty big show today. We talk the college football playoffs. You have here in just a couple hours. You have Alabama against Cincinnati, so we'll talk about that. We'll talk about Michigan and Georgia this evening. Should be two pretty good, real good college football games. Looking forward to those a lot this afternoon and evening. Before we get started though, don't forget Monday. We start our new schedule, so this is the last time GSR will be at 1 p.m. Starting Monday, Easy Money, a sports betting show. Our sports betting show will be on at 1 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. GSR Gonzo'S Sports Room, this show will be moving to 7 p.m. Eastern. Still be Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, but it's going to be 7 in the evening. We have Easy Money at 1 p.m. Monday through Friday. Then we'll have our GWR Gonzo Wrestling Room Live, the live interviews and stuff. A lot of those will be on Tuesdays and Thursdays after Easy Money, a sports betting show, and we'll do some in the evening as well. Also, starting January 9th, 9 a.m. January 9th, our new GWR weekly podcast will drop. It's going to be a weekly podcast that drops every Sunday at 9. We'll record it, and then we'll air it. It'll drop on the podcast networks at 9 a.m. Sunday morning, and it'll also air on our YouTube page. Actually, probably on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. That Sunday on the 9th. So make sure you are ready for that. Follow us on social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all at Gonzo'S Sports Room. That's where we post all the information about our shows. We post our daily picks from Easy Money, a sports betting show on there. All the information about GSR goes there. All the information about GWR. So make sure you follow us on social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Gonzo'S Sports Room. Check out our YouTube page. We're at 125 subscribers. Our goal was to try to get to 150 by the first, which don't look like that's going to happen. So let's get to 150 by next Friday. That's our goal, is to gain 25 more new subscribers on YouTube in the next week. We got some big things coming up this year, so I think that's going to happen. But hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Hit the bell so you get notifications of when we're live, so you never miss when we're live. Check out our merch store, streamlabs.com/Gonzo'S Sports/merch. As you can see some of the t-shirts here behind me. We had a new GWR shirt with a little bit different design drop about a couple weeks ago, and it's also our first shirt that has a design on the back. So go check those out. Also, we'll have some new Easy Money and some new GSR merch should be dropping here within about a week. Getting the finishing touches on those, so be on the lookout for that. You can find GSR Gonzo'S Sports Room and Easy Money, a sports betting show, in a podcast form on Apple Podcasts, Anchor Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Most places you listen to podcasts, you can find us. You'll also be able to find the GWR podcast on those platforms starting January 9th. But all right, let's talk some sports. Got the college football playoffs today. First game is Alabama against Cincinnati, and everybody's just straight writing Cincinnati off. I understand Alabama's been in these playoffs about what have they missed like once since they started doing the playoff this format. I understand that that Cincinnati is the first Group of 5 team to ever make it in the college football playoffs. But have all these people that are just saying, "Oh, Alabama's going to kill them out," has anybody watched Cincinnati play like all last year and all this season? They're a damn good team. They have a good quarterback. He can throw the ball. He can make plays with his legs. He's an underrated athlete. I think Ritter is. Dude's makes some explosive plays with his legs. He also has a good arm. Cincinnati has a good defense. I think their defensive line is going to be able to put some pressure on Bryce Young and Alabama's quarterback. Everybody saw Alabama go crazy and score a bunch of points against Georgia a few weeks ago. But look at a few weeks back before that. Alabama's offense was struggling. They had to come back, barely won a couple games. Should have lost a couple games. A couple games the teams they were playing blew it. I think they won one game in overtime, won another game by like 2 points. It came down maybe to a 2-point conversion or something. So it's not like Alabama's just been dominating everybody. Yes, they looked pretty damn dominant against Georgia a couple weeks ago, and they've looked dominant in some other games, but they barely beat Florida. And Florida fired the coach this year. Was it Texas A&M that they barely beat as well? I think, or I might be wrong on that one, but I know Florida was one of them. It ain't like they've just been a dominant powerhouse all fucking year. I think Cincinnati is going to cover. They have Alabama as 14-point favorites. That's way too many. I think it's going to be a close game, probably decided by maybe a field goal. And I wouldn't be surprised if Cincinnati wins this game. I hope Cincinnati wins this game, but it wouldn't surprise me. I think their defense is good enough to slow down that Alabama offense some. And if they can get some pressure on Bryce Young, Cincinnati, if they can stay in this game, keep it close going into the second half, I'm going to feel good about Cincinnati's chances. But I definitely like them to cover the 14 points. Because like I said, I think Cincinnati has a hell of a chance to win this game, let alone cover the 14. Then you have Michigan and Georgia this evening at 7:30 p.m. The Alabama-Cincinnati game is at 3:30 today on ESPN. And then at 7:30 tonight, you get Michigan and Georgia. I think Michigan's going to win this game. Both teams have good running games. Both teams are pretty strong defensively. Get back to my page. I got some of this stuff wrote down here. Yeah, both teams are strong defensively. What I think the key to this game is going to be the line of scrimmage. Which team can control the line of scrimmage? Michigan has a real solid offensive line, but on the other side, Georgia has arguably the best defensive line in college football. So who wins that battle at the line of scrimmage? Is Georgia's defense going to be able to win that battle and put a lot of pressure on McNamara and the Michigan offense and be able to slow down that Michigan running game? Or is the Michigan offensive line going to be able to get off the line and the Michigan running game be able to run? I think this is going to be another close game, probably going to come down to 3 points. I like Michigan on the plus 5.5. Or wait, no, that's wrong. Michigan at the plus 7.5 in this game. If Georgia beats Michigan, I think it's going to be by less than 7 points. I think this game's going to be a 3-point game. I like Michigan to win this game. I'd like Michigan to cover the 7.5. But I think Michigan's going to win this game. I'm not going to lie. I'm a big Ten fan, but I would like to see, I think Michigan's going to win this game. But they're going to have to be physical like they played in the Big Ten championship game and against Ohio State. They got to be the more physical team. They can't let Georgia's offensive line and defensive line control this game. If they let especially Georgia's defensive line, if they let that defensive line cause havoc in the backfield, it could be a long day for Michigan. a real long day for Michigan if they let them cause a lot of if their defensive line can get home on Michigan's quarterback, Michigan's going to struggle. But no, we should have 2 great games on tonight. So look, that's what I'm going to be doing New Year's Eve. Be sitting here watching some football, and hope rooting for the underdogs, because that's who I took in all my picks today, basically on Easy Money, a sports betting show. We're giving out winners. Come check Easy Money, a sports betting show out 1 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. 1 p.m. is our new start time. Started Monday. We had the Easy Money Sports Betting Show was on this morning at 11. If you missed it, you can find it on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. You can also see my daily picks that I give out. You can see those on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at Gonzo'S Sports Room. And today's Easy Money episode is also in podcast form: Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Most places you listen to podcasts, you can find it. So go check it out. We are giving out winners. I was 5-3 yesterday, 4-3 the day before, 5-1 the day before that. I was 3-1 on the bowl games yesterday, and I was 3-1 the day before, and 4-0 the day before in the bowl game. So I've been doing pretty good on these bowl games, and hopefully we can keep that up today. Like I said, I'm rolling with a few of the underdogs. Other thing, let's talk a little bit of Aaron Rodgers here. He made some comments on Wednesday, and all these national sports shows were talking about it yesterday. They're still. I flipped it over earlier on one of the shows. I'm not going to mention the names, but on one of these national televised shows, and they were talking about Aaron Rodgers, about why he said on Wednesday, is he going to retire? Is he going to be the next quarterback at Pittsburgh after Roethlisberger leaves? They're making a bigger story out of really nothing. All Rodgers said was that he was enjoying this season, taking it all in, that he was that he was happy, having a good time with his teammates, and that he didn't know what was going to happen next year. He didn't know if he was going to be back in Green Bay. He didn't know if he was going to be on another team. Didn't know if he would retire, that he would make that decision. Right now, he was enjoying the now, and this season, he'd make that decision after the season was over. But he also said that it wasn't going to be dragged out for 3 or 4 months. It was going to be basically a pretty quick process. I think him and Devontae Adams are probably gone. I think Devontae Adams going, if they win a Super Bowl, he might stay, because it does seem like him and the front office are getting along better so far this year. I think Green Bay's really trying. They're doing everything they can to make sure he's happy, so he will stay in Green Bay, because they know without him they're in trouble. If they win the Super Bowl, I could see him maybe going back. If they make the NFC Championship game again, and him and the organization, him and the front office have some good talks about the direction they're going to go in the draft, what they need to do to get to the Super Bowl, since that would make 3 NFC Championship games in a row and not getting there. Then I can see him maybe staying. But if they get put out before the NFC Championship game, I think he's gone. I think he's gone. I could see him go. I think he might be going to San Francisco. I don't think the 49ers are sold on Trey Lance. I think they made a mistake taking him as high as they did. And I'm not saying Trey Lance is not going to be a good quarterback. I'm just saying he was more of a project guy. He didn't be picked that high in the draft. They drafted him a lot higher than why he should have been drafted. Hell, that's just being truthful. But I think he has the ability to be good here in a couple of years. Say Jimmy G leaves, they bring in Aaron Rodgers, and then Trey Lance sits behind Aaron Rodgers for a year or two and learns, and then I think Trey Lance would be able to come in and have success. And I think if you put Aaron Rodgers and Mike Shanahan together, that's scary. the offense that they could run, especially the way that you can run the ball in that San Francisco offense. And then you add the play action with, excuse me, you had the play action with one of the best quarterbacks that's ever played, and one of the best throwers of the football that's ever threw that football. Man, that's where I think he's going to go. I think if he leaves Green Bay, he's going to the 49ers, going to play closer to home, closer to his home in back in California where he's from. A lot of people think the Pittsburgh Steelers. That makes some sense too because the Steelers do have a lot of weapons or I would say a lot of receivers that have a potential to be good weapons. Claypool, if he can focus more and stuff, I think he could be he's a big play guy. He makes some big plays. That Washington's good, Johnson's good. They have some good pieces there, and the defense isn't terrible, but it's not the Pittsburgh Steelers defense of old. But I can see him maybe going to Pittsburgh, but I think if Rodgers leaves Green Bay, I think he's going to go to the 49ers. Roethlisberger talks that this game Monday could be his last home game at Heinz Field. Basically, the way he was talking, I think these are going to be his last two games. He's going to retire. I think the Steelers are going to move on, and I don't think from listening to Roethlisberger talk, I don't think Roethlisberger wants to go play anywhere else. I think he wants to end his career in Pittsburgh, and I think that's what he's going to do. I think these last two games, and then if they do make the playoffs, hopefully they'll go on a deep playoff run, and then I think he's going to retire. Kirk Cousins has tested positive for COVID. He'll be out this Sunday night against the Green Bay Packers. That really hurts Minnesota. I'd have to look to see who Minnesota's backup is. I can't remember off the top of my head, and that's a big game for Minnesota because they're right there on the edge of making the playoffs or not making the playoffs. Yeah, they're right there on the edge of not making the playoffs or making the playoffs. Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I was seeing what was going on. What do you think the Colts should do about QB? Heard they think. Yeah, if Wentz can't play and they're going, I don't like that they were thinking about bringing Rivers back. You took that Ellinger. I've heard a lot of good things about them. You got to start getting him some snaps. I agree. I'd get if Wentz can't play, you start Ellinger and see what you have, and you got to start getting him more snaps at practice. So when a guy, especially when you have a quarterback like Wentz that always gets hurt throughout his career, look how many times he's been hurt throughout his career. So you need your backup to be getting snaps. So when something like this happens, which I know this isn't an injury, and I'm pretty sure Wentz is going to play Sunday, just from the sports books, because the way the sports books are acting and just some of the reports you hear, I think Wentz is playing. Colts did get Darius Leonard back, but yes, I think the Colts. I don't think you bring in a veteran to be a backup. I think you see what you have on your roster with Ellinger. A lot of the players seem to like him, and he wasn't a bad quarterback in college. See what you got. See if he can play in the NFL. But give these guys more snaps at practice. That way, when this happens, they're not going in there not without knowing what the fuck's going on. But with Indy, I think their biggest thing, what they need to do is with Wentz, or not, whether Wentz plays or Wentz doesn't play, is you got to get your running game going. Get Jonathan Taylor going, because he's what's been carrying us. Yeah, they need. I agree. Colts need to quit bringing in these veteran guys and hoping that they're going to turn us around. We got to get us a good young quarterback that can still make all the throws. Don't get me wrong, Rivers was a good quarterback, but when he came to Indy, his arm was done. He couldn't throw the ball down the field. And I mean, Wentz had some good year there and a couple good years in Philadelphia. But then look, last year he was one of the worst QBs in the league. And don't get me wrong, Wentz hasn't played bad this year. Colts should have a lot better record than they have, and he hasn't been. But Wentz hasn't been terrible. Don't get me wrong, he's made some stupid plays, but he hasn't been terrible. But I agree, they need to quit going after these veteran quarterbacks and go after find a good young one. Is it Ellinger? I don't know, but only way you're going to find out is by giving them snaps and letting them play. I mean, it messed up the Colts when Luck retired because they wasn't expecting Luck to retire at all. But I understand why Luck retired. Hell, look at all the injuries he had. He couldn't stay healthy. He'd been rehabbing. So, I mean, I understand that. I just thought I didn't like the timing of it. Another thing I'm interested in this weekend, though, moving on a little bit, is the Burrow versus Mahomes, which, I didn't know if I said it, real quick. One of the Colts, they did get Darius Leonard is back and a couple other players. So the Colts are getting healthier with these new protocols. So hopefully we can beat the Raiders and clinch a playoff spot this Sunday. But then you got the Chiefs and the Bengals playing each other. Burrow versus Mahomes. I'm looking forward to this matchup. Burrow is the type of quarterback that the Colts need to be getting. A young guy like Burrow that can make every throw. He knows that, man. Burrow's impressed me, especially for only being second year. Last week he was throwing the hell of the ball. If the Bengals defense can improve a little bit, the Bengals are going to be a team that the teams in the AFC aren't going to want to see in the playoffs. Cincinnati's leading the AFC North right now, which is big, especially for Cincinnati. It's been a while since they've been in the division race. But you got Burrow versus Mahomes. Mahomes was struggling a little bit earlier in the year. I think he was trying to go down the field too much. I think he had it in the mindset that a check down was a bad thing. Now he's starting to check down, throw some of those check down some. He's looked a lot better his last couple of games, and he was slinging it last Sunday as well. So the Chiefs' offense looked like they're getting back on track a little bit. But this is going to be an interesting game. A real interesting game. Let's see what we talk about that. All right. Talk about before we get out of here, I'll give you guys the picks I gave out today on Easy Money, a sports betting show. And the college football bowl games today. I have Central Michigan plus 5.5. Cincinnati plus 14 and Michigan plus 7.5. And then in the NBA, I like the Phoenix Suns money line, the Chicago Bulls money line, the Miami Heat money line, New York Knicks minus 4.5, the Utah Jazz minus 12.5, and the Portland Trailblazers plus 5. All right. Before we get out of here, I have a couple big announcements here real quick. First off, join us this Sunday, January 2nd at 6 in the evening. This will actually be our first show of the new year. Be Sunday evening, as we have pro wrestler, the Next Gen Dragon, Mitch Onyx joining us. So make sure you join us for that Sunday, January 2nd, 6 p.m. We'll be live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Should be a great conversation. It'll be our first show of the new year. GWR Live, January 2nd, 6 p.m. with the Next Gen Dragon, Mitch Onyx. Also, on Tuesday, January 4th at 5 p.m., we'll have another special edition of GWR Live as announcer, promoter, announcer, manager. He does a little bit of everything. Walter Buckley. He's the guy, the promoter of Thunder or Blunder. Thunder or Blunder 2 is going to be February 12th, Indianapolis, Indiana, at the Outlaw Arena on Kentucky Avenue. That's the WCWO building. It has a stacked card. You don't want to miss this show. GWR or GSR, we will be live there at that show with live coverage and commentary. We'll also be live next Sunday, January 9th. We'll be live in Greenfield, Indiana at Summit Pro Wrestling's The Climb. They have a stacked card. They just announced another match this morning. Go check their page out at Summit Pro. Come join us there in Greenfield, Indiana. We'll be live. Like to see you guys. If you can't join us there, come join us on our YouTube and Twitch pages. We'll be live on YouTube and Twitch. It's going to be a great show. You have they just announced Brett Havoc against Jared Kripke this morning, and then like I said, it's a stacked card. You got Alice Crowley against. Of course, I'm gonna forget her name. Charlie Curl. And then you got some good matches on there, so go check it out. And then also, starting Monday morning, January 3rd. You can find me on the All Sports All Plays Network, the ASAP network. You can find that on Facebook, on YouTube. I think they even have a TV thing, but I'm going to be on a morning show there Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. So come join us on that. I'll make my debut on there on Monday morning. So come check us out. I've been watching some of it. There's some talented guys I'm looking forward to working with and debating with and having some fun and having some fun conversations with. So make sure you join us for that, or check them out. Like their page. It's All Sports All Plays, the ASAP network. They have all kinds of shows all day long. Like I said, I'll be on the morning show at 9 a.m. Monday through Friday. And they cover basically like we do, all the sports, everything, not just a couple teams. They cover everything like we do. They have basically this kind of like the same vision as we do. So that's something I'm looking forward to starting Monday mornings. Like I said, then our new schedule starts Monday. Easy Money and Sports Betting Show at 1. GSR Gonzo'S Sports Room at 7. So make sure you check out our YouTube page. Hit those follow buttons, or the subscribe buttons, the like buttons. Hit that bell for notifications. No, I appreciate everybody joining us today. Like I said, come join us Sunday morning, or not Sunday morning, Sunday night, 6 p.m. Eastern, as the Next Gen Dragon, Mitch Onyx joins us. It's going to be a great conversation. And like I said, come check me out Monday morning on the ASAP Network, All Sports, All Plays. You can find that on Facebook, YouTube. Like I said, I'll be on the morning show on there at 9 a.m. Monday mornings, or 9 a.m. Monday through Friday. That's 9 a.m. Central Time, excuse me. So it'd be 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So it's 10 a.m. our time, or Indiana time. So 10 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. I'll be on the ASAP Network, All Sports, All Plays Network. Go check them out on check them out on Facebook and YouTube. Hit those follow and like buttons, subscribe buttons. Go subscribe to our YouTube page, at Gonzo'S Sports Room, our Twitch, our Facebook. We appreciate all the support. We will see you guys Sunday. That's our next show, Sunday at 6 p.m. in the evening with Mitch Onyx. Be safe tonight. Go out, have fun, do what you're going to do, but be safe. Hope everybody has a great time, and hope everybody gets home safe. We will see you guys Sunday evening. If not, we will see you Monday, 1 p.m. Eastern with Easy Money and Sports Betting Show, 7 p.m. Eastern, GSR Gonzo'S Sports Room. And like I said, I'll make my debut on the All Sports All Plays network Monday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. Go check that out. YouTube, Facebook. Like I said, they have some talented guys there. I'm looking forward to that. Be safe. We'll see you guys Sunday evening. Peace.